No, well, I like to listen to music. I don't know what listening to a quote learning lab for the journalism students unquote is like. I'm 62 years old. I'll probably be dead in 25 years. I don't want to waste any of that time listening to some learning lab. I'd rather listen to the Velvet Underground. Wouldn't you?
In spring of 2014, two DJs at KCPR, the student-run radio station at Cal Poly, advertised an inappropriate fundraiser that led to the journalism department re-evaluating the purpose of KCPR and the journalism department's role in monitoring it. In spring of 2015, a major decision about KCPR was made.
There were issues with the station, and the journalism department decided they needed to reinforce their authority, for lack of a better word, more just assert control over KCPR. And so they decided to come up with a list of ideas that would help that.
So I was part of the committee, and I don't remember how many people we had on the committee, but we worked essentially the majority of last year to come up with ideas for how to move forward with KCPR. We just went through the whole process of looking at the future of KCPR, what that should be, how it would best not only serve our audience, which is important for a radio station, but the students of Cal Poly.
It is a student station as part of the instruction at Cal Poly, and so the people who need to be there, running it, managing it, on the air, need to be students.
All the non-student DJs were summarily fired in an email.
You have these community members who have been doing shows, like the same show, often at the same exact time for like decades, and just to tell them, so a week from now you're gone. It's just it doesn't bring any sensitivity to the issue or to the weight of that action.
They are the only college radio station that does not have staff and faculty as part of their programming, and that is a huge miss.
That email also stated that the reason all of the non-student DJs were being let go was that the station is, and I think I'm quoting this accurately, being repurposed to its original mission as a learning lab for the journalism students.
Basically, I think to make room for the students and to be able to have a class so that we could have a level of understanding not only of the rules around broadcasting, like FCC regulations, but also what makes good broadcasting. So to have that sort of baseline, we really needed everyone to be in a class, and if you're a community member, we can't really ask you to be part of a radio class. So that was probably at the heart of it.
Once upon a time, it was a very cool college radio station. Now it has been, quote, repurposed for its original mission as a learning laboratory for the journalism students, unquote.
The fact that they are leaning towards voice tracking is a step in the wrong direction. I don't know who's giving them advice as to what's good about radio, but voice tracking is the wrong direction. Restricting the playlist to certain hours of the day is the wrong direction. If they can hit pause and go delete and everything else, they're not going to learn anything. And it's going to lose all spontaneity. And that's what KCPR was all about. It was all about energy and spontaneity, and you never know, oh, look, a guy showed up with an acoustic guitar. Let's put him on. You know, rather now you have to have basically a cavity check before you can even consider bringing a band in.
KCPR was always kind of a part of Cal Poly, but it was a lot more focused on community. Like it was more of a community station that just so happened to be at Cal Poly.
You know, it's in the life of a station like KCPR, which is going to be celebrating its 50th anniversary in a couple of years, there have been lots of periods of change. This is just one of them. We think it's the right move in the right direction.
They miss us. They miss the community members, which is nice. It's always nice to hear. I even get people calling here saying, "Oh, I missed your KCPR shows," and so that's always nice. People are disgruntled, and they're not sure how things are going there. They're not sure if they see any benefit from the change yet.
I have my show. That's fun, kind of. I'm just getting jaded of doing radio.
it was sad in a way, to be let go from KCPR. But now I'm onto something that is in some ways as good and in other ways better. And as for the new learning lab for the journalism students, I wish them luck.
I don't know just where I'm going.